All right, it's your boy Moolah. This week got that five podcast, baby. Check this out. You got to keep
know, it's
on
like
pushing.
it's domestic as well.
Yeah, you were
And
like beating him up and shit.
no, it's both ways. Like he hit
Oh.
me and I hit him.
Who hit who
Both
first?
ways.
Of course it's him, but he's drunk. There's a
Wait.
difference.
Oh,
Hold on, wait. Addison's gonna beat him off top. Of course it's him. It's just like this is that's norm.
He's intoxicated and he don't recall any of that.
Men shouldn't be hitting women regardless, no? Even if like you're like hitting him, we're still women.
I mean, self-defense.
No, I'd say
Self-defense.
Or why don't you just walk out of the room? So saying if a girl's
Or-
hitting you, right?
If a girl slap me in the face,
Walk out of the room.
I
Why
mean,
don't you just not hit men?
yeah, you could just not hit.
They
hit the
don't-
guy.
I understand that, but
I go with that one. Why just don't nobody hit nobody? Okay? You don't hit me, and I won't hit you, woman. Okay?
if it does
Right.
come down to it, because you guys are men, you know what I mean? If a girl
So, I
hits
mean,
you,
like-
we just walk
Okay,
out.
well, here.
Should we
let me
be doing
explain
that?
something.
Absolutely not. We should not be
Hang
touching
on,
anybody.
let me explain the fault in the logic here, so that
No, there's not.
At least from
There's no
at least
fault.
from my okay. Well,
Hold on. How you gonna tell him ain't no fault? He said it's the fault in the logic because he heard something. Because she hit him, he don't hit back. He should walk away. But if he hit her, she just get to hit him back, or it's broken from that point. How did that go?
I'll prove it to you. If a man who's much weaker than another man punches the man who's much stronger than him, can the much stronger man punch him back?
But we're not talking about men
Can
against
you answer
men.
my question?
Answer the question. He said if it's a man and a weaker man and the strong man hit the weak man. No, if the weak man hit the strong man hit the weak man back.
Without pivoting.
So men and men?
Yeah. So if a much weaker man attacks a man who's much stronger than him,
Mm-hmm.
can the much stronger man go ahead and hit him back?
Can he? Yeah, but does that make him a better man? No.
No, but I mean,
What?
would you be okay if he did?
No.
No. So then basically what you're saying is that if you're stronger than somebody else and you get attacked, you just have to take it. That's the extension of that logic.
Well, if somebody's really strong and they get attacked, they pick and choose their battles because you're not going to be messing with them too much. They're going to pick and choose.
Well, I don't understand then. If that it was the case, then what would you even be arguing? Because that would mean that
Well, you
no
know,
weak
everybody's
people-
entitled to like their own
Okay.
things. You could say what you're saying. I would just rather a man on my end, right? If he's strong like that, to not hit somebody who's so weak when he could just walk away because he's going to eat that. It'll be like nothing. It'll be a tap on his shoulder. So it shouldn't really.
How you gonna know? Are you him? Are you him?
Be a concern.
I mean, you're kind
Now
of
with the women, no, with
Well,
the
then
women
you're-
and
then you're
men,
being all you're doing here is encouraging weak people to attack strong people.
I'm not
That's it.
encouraging that. I'm saying it shouldn't
But that
happen.
would be
But
an
I'm saying
encouragement
if no, I'm not
because if
encouraging
there's
that.
no consequence, then it's an encouragement. It's like saying, okay, now if you run over and you're a weaker guy than a stronger guy and you punch him, then it's socially unacceptable for the stronger guy to punch the other guy back. How does that not incentivize the weaker men to punch the stronger men?
Well, that's why
insane,
it's
right?
like 3 strikes, you're out. The first time, we'll let it pass. The second time, the third time, forget about it.
Okay, so by the third time a woman strikes you, it's okay to punch her?
Or whatever. No. It's not okay for a woman to strike anybody. But if that situation
not what I'm
happens and it's a
asking.
man,
I'm
he
not
better walk
asking
out of the
about whether or not
room.
hang on, I'm not asking about whether or not it's okay for a woman or for the woman to strike the man. We've
It's
already
not
established
okay.
It's not okay.
It's not
We're
okay.
arguing about whether or not it's okay for a man to strike a woman back. So
Absolutely
in
not.
this case, yeah,
Absolutely not. He said back. That means he got hit first. So that means hit me and I hit you back. Equal lefts get equal rights. Or equal rights get equal lefts. Y'all know what it is.
so in this case, if you say a weaker man, if he attacks a stronger man 2 or 3 times, then it's okay for the stronger man to hit him back. Why would this not apply to women?
I think
Well, like,
everybody.
what is it about having a vagina that specifically now makes it so that you can attack men and that men can't attack you back?
I
That's
think
what
where
don't
we're
get
getting
here.
confused is that you're correlating them both together. It's a female and a male. Okay, this isn't a male and male thing, right? So these are 2 separate topics.
he's correlating them both together. You just said one person stronger than the other one, and the less person that's not strong is hitting the strong person. Should the strong person hit the weaker person back? Whatever it is. Period.
Okay, a man and
How
a
are they
man
two separate
against the
topics?
female and a male is two completely different topics.
Yeah, I don't see. They seem interrelated to me because all you're saying, the extension of both is the same. So I agree with
No,
you. We're
it's
talking. Okay, hang on. I just let you explain your position. Let me explain
True.
mine. Okay, so I understand what you're saying. You're saying we're talking about men and men fighting here, not men and women, right? But what I'm doing is I'm giving you an analogy, and I'm saying, okay, but if it's okay in your worldview for weaker men who attack stronger men than them to be attacked back because now it's self-defense, what is the specific criteria that women have other than the fact that they have a vagina instead of a penis that exempts them from the same treatment? That's what I don't understand.
Can you lift more weight than me?
Yes, well, probably.
Answer the damn question.
Yeah, I
Why?
would assume.
Why?
Because physiologically I'm stronger than you.
Why?
Generally speaking, because I'm a male.
There you go. I think.
Yeah, but
No?
that doesn't make your point. That
I
makes
know
my
it's okay. I
point.
think I made my point. We're good.
I feel like
No,
Sure.
no,
I
not
feel
good.
like
Okay, right, exactly. I made my point. Check, please.
Okay.
Because
I
don't-
feel like
don't even-
a
I don't even
woman
think you
should hit a
understand
man.
what I just said.
I think no one should hit anybody.
No, women should not hit men. They really should.
No,
We
I
should
feel
not
like
hit men.
if a woman
I need
hits
you
a
to
man, then
Listen to the other girls around the table. Women, keep your hands to your damn self.
the man
Okay,
can hit her
stop,
back.
lady,
No, for
lady.
real.
Let us finish the conversation. Calm down. So back to this combo here. Okay, you actually didn't make a point.
I
You just said you're stronger than me because you're a man. Great. Do you
I
agree
mean,
with me that
that's a
there's
point.
other? Okay, great. Do you think that there's other men who are not as strong as me who are also men?
You know what? I think I made my point already. I'm good. Can I say something?
I think
Y'all see that? He answered my question. I got him. Boom.
I think I'm not good, and I need you to make this clear for me. So,
Can I say something?
So
Wait, let her answer.
Can we finish our conversation? Just calm down. Let us finish our
Oh, I
conversation.
know we're calm. I'm having fun.
Yeah. So, well, understand from my perspective, there's 15 people coming in, and I only have the one earpiece, so I have to try to delineate between who's talking. So
Got it.
that's why I'm just asking for one at a time. So, wouldn't you agree with me though that by the same logic, there are still men who are also weaker than me, right?
I don't get what that has to do with the
Can you
woman
answer
and
the
men
question?
situation.
Just like remember
Yes,
how I
there's men
answered
that are
yours
weaker than you.
correctly?
That's fine. But that's not something hard to understand. There's
So,
gonna be
if they are and they
It's
attack
okay.
me,
yeah. Mhm.
yeah, if they are and they attack me, and it's okay for me to defend myself against them,
Mhm.
then why exactly would it be not okay for me to defend myself against a female who had the same strength level as that man?
I guess that's something for you to try to think about.
What? Huh? What? Huh? Word?
That's easy one for me.
Here's the drink that will flush sugar from your veins and make poor circulation
What the hell?
disappear without needing so many pills.
Did you know that a simple glass of water could be sabotaging your
What is that?
Okay, I don't really, I don't even know where to go with that. Like,
Wait, did you get an answer, or do you want to?
No.
well, she just said that's for me to think about or something.
Oh.
She didn't really answer it.
Well, you're saying
Mm.
that there's weaker men, there's weaker and stronger men, correct? So if a weaker person was to hit you, and you're saying that you're stronger, correct? So if this weaker person's hit, as hard as he could hit, might only be a touch to you. Your hit is going to be way, way more drastic, correct?
Yeah.
So what else do you have to have me explain to you?
Yeah, well, the extension of your logic is that essentially, if weaker people attack you, you're not allowed to defend yourself against them.
I didn't say that they're not
stronger.
allowed. I said that there's other things that they could do.
You said walk away. So that mean they not defending this. You hit me once, you hit me twice. On the third time, I just walk off. Oh, okay. Cool.
do.
Yeah, but you know how you discourage weak people from attacking people who are stronger than them?
They're weak. I'm stronger than them, so I really wouldn't be worried about that.
Yeah, but you know how you discourage that from happening?
I want to discourage the stronger people from attacking me, not the weak ones. I'm not worried
Yeah, but
about
the stronger ones in this scenario are not attacking you. That's
All
not
right,
Exactly. You trying to encourage the strong people not to hit you because you're not worried about the weak people, but the weak people doing the striking. How do this go, lady?
So with the weak
They're
ones
being
that
attacked,
are
right?
attacking me, I would tell them first as a warning, stop, because it's not going to be fun the next time. The second
Yep.
time it happens, I'm probably not going for strike 3. The second time,
Oh, so now it's 2. 1, 2 is not gonna be nice. So what you saying, lady?
Okay,
Probably.
so then
I'll hit back.
wouldn't you draw the? Okay, that's fair.
Fair?
So wouldn't you just draw the same extension with men and women? The first time
Absolutely
the
not.
woman attacks the man, fine. The second time the woman attacks the man, he's not going to go for time number 3. Right?
a man should never hit
That
a
makes
woman
sense.
unless
Yeah,
it's a
but why?
dire thing.
I don't get that. That makes no
What?
sense to me.
Walk out of the room. Which would you rather? Would it make you feel better to hit back a woman, or would it make you feel better to leave and not have anything?
What if he can't walk away right at that moment because she not
Else
letting him?
escalate.
You can't. Oh, first of all, I don't know why you're under the impression that you can always just leave. In a
That's true. You're right.
confrontation like this.
Absolutely. You're absolutely correct.
know?
I believe.
So
I
you
agree.
can't. Yeah, you can't always leave in a confrontation like that. And if a woman is attacking you and you can't leave, what is the problem
I
with
agree.
hitting your back? Like,
You
I don't actually understand that.
Or how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 40.
For a 40-year-old man to say, what is the problem with hitting her back? I think that's what this generation's lacking, no?
Okay, well, for 30,
which
how old are you?
generation?
37?
Or I'm 20,
Which,
I'm 30,
which
I'm 32.
generation?
Or the one that I'm in now, because I'm dealing with 40-year-old men like this.
What
This
do
is
you-
why
Yeah,
I'm not
I mean,
dating
aren't you in your
people.
30s?
As a woman, 32 years old, should I be
Yeah.
hearing you, 40 years old, saying,
And
it's okay to hit you?
Straight into the mic.
It's okay to hit me just because I hit you?
What? You sound delusional. It's okay for you to hit me just because I hit you. What? Hit me and I hit you back. Okay.
Yes. you
Should I eat
If you
that?
want to be logically consistent, what you would say is
I would never eat that.
If a person attacks another person, they're asking to get hit.
Now,
Yes.
a woman on woman, yeah.
No, regardless. Why suddenly is there some type of exemption that women get because they have a vagina if they attack a person because the person is stronger? That gives them exemption. from
Because
that
everyone
person
has
defending themselves.
free will. So if your free
What?
will wants
Yeah,
you
if
to
you're free
hit her
punch a
back,
man, he's free to punch you back.
if your free
Right.
will wants to hit a woman back, that's on
Mhm.
you. But with my free will, if
Everybody got free will. So she gonna freely punch me on the face. So I should just hold my face and walk away. All right, free will, baby.
I was a man who's 40 years old and my girlfriend hit me, right, 32, and I could walk away, I'm walking away because that's what a better
but I mean,
man
if I was
does.
a woman who was 32, I would be advocating that we didn't have a social system set up where strong people felt like they couldn't protect themselves because women were going to try to shame
Strong
them for
people
doing
know.
that's insane.
Strong people know that they can protect themselves.
What? Bro, she really trying to push this. Man should never hit woman. Well, she got a pistol. And she pistol whipping you. You just should just walk away. She might shoot you in your ass, but walk away.
Yeah, and you know how they do it? They usually punch people who attack them. That's how
That's
they do
not a
it.
strong person.
That's how they do that.
Thank
That's
you,
not a
JJ.
strong
Thank
person.
you, JJ.
It's a very weak one.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know how you would ever demonstrate that. It's okay
Restraint.
to just allow people to attack others, and somehow because they're stronger than them, they're not allowed to
Restraint.
defend themselves. That's crazy.
Hey,
I have a
Andrew, I
question.
think it'd be interesting to just hear the other panelists' perspective on this. So, like, what do you guys think? Do you think
No, I have a
What do
question
you guys
for
think?
him.
I think it's okay,
Okay,
for a
what-
man
well,
to hit back.
here, before we get to your question, what's your perspective on this?
I know my answer will be based on his answer because I have a
Okay,
question.
well,
I have a
hold
question
on
for
to
him.
your question.
What? Huh? Huh?
question really
Why
quick.
do you need to know my position and know your position?
Because I want to see, and then if you can argue this properly, then I will.
Okay, hold on. I'll let this come through, then we'll get to it.
Knight donated $200.
Thank you, Knight. Appreciate it.
Scenario: insufferable woman doesn't like a guy disagreeing with her, so she hits him, and then he must leave the room, right? She gets her way by hitting him. Men should be allowed to defend themselves.
Yeah, it's just socially encouraging that if weak people want a thing, they can attack other people with basically no consequences. That I think it's silly.
Knight, thank you for the TTS, man. Appreciate it. Okay, so your thoughts on this, then I'll let you ask the question, okay?
I need to ask.
Okay, just ask the question then, but make it quick, please.
Okay, so since you're using men logic, women, men, whatever. So if a 10-year-old child came up and slapped you in the face, would you punch the child back in the face?
10-year-old children don't have complete agency.
They
So, no,
they know what they're doing. If he's
Okay, here we go with the shenanigans. So, okay, let's go. 10-year-old.
Hey, stop. Let them talk. Let them talk.
Trying to answer your question. The answer is no, because a person doesn't have complete agency. Just like I may advocate if somebody was like literally retarded, for instance, right? And they were attacking you unless they were super physically strong. You wouldn't have a choice in that instance, right? But they don't have agency. They don't know what they're doing. So in that particular case, you have to draw into intent, right? Women who have agency, who physically attack you on purpose, right, are trying to do harm to you, damage to you, same as if men do it. So when we draw up self-defense, no, wouldn't do it to a 10-year-old. But I can tell you this, right? I think that a good father might, I don't know, take the 10-year-old and give him a good spanking, right? Be like, don't do that shit again. That seems reasonable to me.
a 10-year-old can feel emotions, feel they're angry and they're attacking you. They could come at you with a knife. They could almost kill you if they have a knife in their hand. So are you?
Here we go with the shenanigans. Okay, let's go. Let's go there.
You're gonna punch
if they do have if they had a weapon or they had something like that, you had to accelerate the use of force, sure. But that's a different argument. So you're still taking into account they don't have agency, but you have to balance that with self-protection.
What age is the draw line for you? Like 23 and 32?
18, the same age that I would give any woman agency.
So 17 and 364 days, you'd be like, nah.
I'd fuck them up.
Look at this. They pushing it. 17 and 364 days.
You'd be like, nah,
Yeah, well,
17 and 364 days. Let me wait a day.
So here's the thing: you're doing some hair splitting, right? But I'll do the hair splitting with you.
Okay.
Right? So what you're doing is you're making what's called a continuum fallacy. So what you're saying is, when does this person have agency, Andrew? Well, I don't know. It'd be case by case, right? But we've decided unilaterally that it's going to be 18 in this nation because most people at 18 seem to have some sort of agency. They seem to be able to make informed decisions for themselves. So we make it 18 years old.
In
now,
America?
if you're saying, well, what about, would this person deserve it at like 17 and 361 days? Yeah, possibly, though you might be judging the law different. I may not make a moral judgment against you, though. If a 17-year-old who is 17 and 300 days attacks somebody else and got their asses kicked for doing it, I don't think I would hold it against them morally. I just think that you would have a lawful violation at that point.
Okay, but 18 is the age of consent for, let's say, sex. 21 is for drinking. 25 is for renting a car. The cerebral cortex isn't fully developed until 20.
What's you, Professor X? What's this, X-Man? Cerebral cortex.
25.
No, it's not the cerebral cortex. First of all,
how come 18 is your
stop.
draw
It's
line?
not the cerebral cortex. You're talking about the prefrontal lobe.
Okay, whatever. It's
your
not.
terminology.
Okay, whatever. I was wrong. But you shouldn't do that.
Okay, it's not developed until 25. So
It is
why
developed before it's 25. Of course it is.
fully
Ridiculous.
developed?
Also, just so you know, the prefrontal cortex begins to degrade after 25.
So,
which means that a 25-year-old would be if they were at like peak observational intelligence, and at 30 they should have less. So the 25-year-old attacking the 30-year-old would actually put the 30-year-old disadvantage, right?
Okay, so now that you brought that up, since you put the limit at 18, how about if a 90-year-old's hitting you? They know what they're doing. Their cortex is all developed, or frontal lobe, or whatever you
How
want
old?
to say.
9?
90.
Oh, 90.
Oh man, where did y'all get this chick from, bro? She just making things up, man. This is crazy. She pushing the limit.
Where do you draw the line up there? Because it's like, obviously you realize if this person is weak, this person is weaker than me.
Yeah, I think
I'm
it's
not
so.
gonna
Here's
hit
my
them
moral.
back.
So here, I'm going to give you my moral judgment on this. If a 70-year-old man walks over and hits a guy with his cane, he gets knocked the fuck out. That's what you get. Don't go over and hit people with your fucking cane. Like, what do you want?
Simple. Boom. Don't do it. Okay, homie? Don't do it. Don't be hitting people with your cane, man.
To say?
If a
Do you think
90-year-old
do you think like
did not have a
I
weapon.
want you to think about the flip side to this, right? So if a 70-year-old, let's say that's a 70-year-old was attacking a 15-year-old, who do we side with then?
Remember when we took that trip? Where are we going? You'll see. I get it.
That's very nice.
That's up to you, because I would go with
Right. Wait a
whoever's
second.
stronger.
No.
Whoever's stronger should walk away.
Whoever's stronger. So you think the 90-year-old gonna be stronger than the 15-year-old? I think the 15-year-old will be stronger than the 90-year-old. But the 90-year-old, he just being an asshole.
Both of them don't have agency.
Why are
So now,
you talking so loud? Calm down a little bit.
According to you, right? Now both of them don't have agency. So now it's a 14-year-old, let's say, and a 75-year-old.
No,
right? And they're
I never
attacking
said they
each other.
didn't.
Wait.
It's not.
Hold on.
Stop. Let me ask the question.
You got to let him. You can't interrupt
No, but
him.
he keeps
No, but-
interrupting me.
Yeah, but you got to
Who
let
are
him
we
talk.
siding
Okay?
with?
Why do I gotta let him talk if he interrupted
Look,
me
just
first?
want you
Because
to
you're
finish.
asking him questions. You're asking him here. Look, you're asking him
I didn't
questions.
finish him
Stop.
asking the
Now you're
question.
interrupting me. Look, if you ask him a question, you got to let him answer. Go ahead, Andrew.
I didn't finish
Yeah.
asking him the question though.
Yes, you did.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
I'll
go
tell you
ahead.
what. Here's what we'll do. You go ahead and finish asking the question, and then I'll go ahead and talk. Go ahead.
Thank you. That's all I want, to talk like adults. But I don't know if your cortex or frontal lobe is
Just
developed.
ask the question. Ask the question.
Okay, so a 90-year-old does not have a cane. He does not have a cane. He is a
No.
grown adult, definitely way past you. So he comes up to you and slaps you in the face. You're gonna punch the 90-year-old grandma in the face back.
If I was able to determine somehow that they had full agency, but this goes back to my internal critique to you, right? So I can demonstrate this. If a 90-year-old is attacking a 14-year-old, who do you intercede for?
I'm gonna go with whoever's stronger should walk away.
They're about the same strength, let's say.
Yeah, okay.
Then they're just gonna not do anything to each other because, well, 14-year-old is way
Well, no,
stronger
they
than a
still can
90-year-old.
What? Use the same logic.
Something to each other.
A 14-year-old is gonna be way physically faster, stronger, more
Yeah.
alert
Okay.
than a 90-year-old.
So then you're going to intercede on behalf of the 90-year-old?
You better raise your kids not to hit a 90-year-old person.
Yeah.
No. The question is if the 90-year-old's attacking him.
Yeah.
The 9-year-old is attacking the 14-year-old kid.
Yeah.
The 14-year-old kid is probably stronger than the 9-year-old. He should walk away.
Girl, you don't believe there's consequences to your actions?
So essentially what you're saying here is like,
Would you
if this
punch a 9-year-old
90-year-old
in the
has,
face?
I'm saying if
So
a
if-
90-year-old punch me, I'm punching them back, is what I'm
so
saying.
I just want to make sure I got this right. If the 90-year-old
Like,
has full,
if they hit
has
me
full-
first, I'm
Stop,
in
stop,
a
stop,
bag.
stop. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Andrew.
almost done with the exchange. Hang on. So what you're saying is that if the 90-year-old has full agency and the 14-year-old has full agency, and it's known that they have full agency, they're both neither one of them, right? Or I mean, actually in this case, I guess the 90-year-old would have full agency and the 14-year-old wouldn't, right? Because he's 14.
Mhm.
You would still say that the person with less agency then should walk away.
The one who brought up agency was you. I brought up strength. Who's stronger? You said they're
Yeah,
equal
but
strength.
why
If it's
does-
equal strength, then it's a fair fight.
Well, then let's test this
What?
logic back the other direction then. So are you saying that if a man who is weaker than another man hits a stronger man, the stronger man should just take it?
If the stronger man could off the younger man or weaker man by hurting him, I think he should walk away. Like that.
What? See, they know it don't even sound true, but they just trying to stick to what they said because it's stupid. Just walk away, man. So what? He hits you in the face. Get out of here.
Like that's just the strong thing
Yeah,
to
but
do.
anytime two men fight,
That's-
that could be the outcome.
What do you mean?
That anytime, like a man who, let's say, is, I don't know, a quarter less stronger than me, who comes over and punches me in the face could still kill me. Like that could still kill me,
Yeah.
even though they're weaker than I am. But you're saying for some reason I'm not allowed at that point to defend myself, or somehow that's a lesser man. I don't get that.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. If the strength is equal, fine, do whatever you want. If it's similar, fine, do whatever you want.
Well, what does similar mean?
If it's a woman who can lift 200 pounds and a man that can lift 200 pounds and they both do boxing, sure, wrestle it out. Who cares?
Do you
But
realize that women can throw heavy objects at a man's
That's what I'm
head?
saying.
Right? Like, what are you talking about? If it's equal, then you can just go at it. But if she's strong, okay, so if she's stronger than him, she should walk away. Don't attack back. Okay.
They can
do
grab dirks and daggers and pistols and all sorts of different things. They're not limited only to physical strength, but even then, that if a woman, perhaps she's wearing rings, but even then if she's not, that just a woman balling her fist and punching you in the face hurts, that actually hurts. It's not pleasant. Like, why is the expectation here that because it happens to be a woman balling their fist and punching you in the face, that somehow makes it not okay for the man to go, oh, okay, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I don't get that.
okay, but
Hold on.
No, he finished.
No. I'm sorry. I need to let the rest of the panel in on this. Go ahead.
I feel like it's okay for a man to hit back if the woman hits first.
Okay.
Word? Say word, homie. That's what I'm talking about. She know what's going on.
So that's why I'm asking her and
The other girl.
the other
Okay.
girl.
I think it's like using your common sense. So if a girl hits a guy, like he should be able to defend himself. I wouldn't necessarily say like punch her, but defend yourself just to stop the fight.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree that this question is really black and white. And in case the man really needs to defend himself, if it's some critical situation, of course he can hit back. Yeah.
We have a chat coming in.
Mandy Bauer donated $200. What in the Amber Heard is this biatch talking about? No arguments, just wants to be difficult. Makes me want to shit in my hands and clap.
Well, I'm gonna say the opposite. She was the only one tonight so far who made an argument to me, and for that I thank you.
Do you have a response really quick to the TTS?
No.
Okay. Your thoughts on this?
For one, you should keep your hands to yourself. For two, you should defend yourself always. And three, if a man and a woman get into it and the woman decides to put her hands on a man in an aggressive fashion, the man has a right to defend himself.
Sure.
And if he could walk away, and that's an option to walk away.
Sure. Okay. What about you? What about you? Or did you? You kind of gave your take, right? Or was that the girl next to you?
I was gonna say.
Okay. What's your take then?
I agree with her. If you already anticipated to put hands on someone, be ready to get the consequences pretty much.
Okay.
This is the fastest and easiest way to get pro vocal mixes, and it comes with everything you need.
If you leave it up to me, this shit forever.
If I were to slap a man, I would expect that he would slap me back.
Oh, good thinking.
And
Good thinking.
I guess I'll give my
Good thinking. If you slap anybody, you should expect them to slap you back. Because what you slapping them for?
take on this. And I actually, Andrew, quick convo with you here on this. So I think a man is perfectly within his rights if a woman has struck him. He's within his rights to strike her back. Although pragmatically speaking, and well, just before I get to the pragmatic part, I don't think a woman should be surprised if she gets hit back. If you don't want to get hit, don't hit somebody. Very simple. But I think pragmatically speaking, Andrew, I think there's actually men should try to show restraint in this situation simply because there are certain ramifications and realities when it comes to the justice system where even if you have pretext and justification to strike somebody, there's potential criminal liability. There's potential civil liability. There's also optics. Even say you're a famous person and you're well within your rights to smack a woman back. Optically, society is not, there's enough people in society that they're going to view even self-defense towards a woman in some sort of objectionable way. But when it comes to the criminal component, there is a risk for men, even if you're doing self-defense. I forgot, there's a specific term for this, but when police come and if there's a domestic dispute, doesn't matter who started it, they're just going to arrest the man. So for this reason, I think men should attempt to show restraint and try to walk away if they can, even if it's perfectly justifiable to strike back. Your thoughts on that, Andrew?
Yeah, so if you're just saying to me, Andrew, according to the current criminal justice system, it's not a good idea for a man to equalize force or use an overage of force to that which is used against him, I'll agree, right? Sure,
Yes.
Under the criminal justice system, that's likely true.
Because don't nobody want to go to jail. Even though she hit me and I hit her back, you're going to jail, sir. Okay, so when law come involved, maybe I should just walk away. But if I can't walk away and I got ice the motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about. And hey, you got to get a little physical,
But that's really doesn't get to the heart of the morality or the righteousness or the rightness of the argument.
Sure.
Right? So the question here is, are you incentivizing people to attack other people without consequence by giving them a kind of social leg up? In other words, saying, okay, because this is not socially acceptable, these people can essentially attack you with impunity. And I think that that's how you get this lopsided justice system to begin with, which then favors one sex over the other because of this idea of chivalry and modernity, which I don't really understand why it's there now. If you want an egalitarian society, chivalry and law is silly. That's just done. That's not egalitarianism. That's just creating a privileged class who can attack another class with impunity. And that seems very silly to me.
Mm. Well, I mean, this would require like a
Chivalry's dead because of conversations like these, no?
What?
What do you mean?
Or like, can
chivalry is
a man could kill me so much faster than I could kill him. So I understand what you're saying.
What? If you got a gun and he got a gun, whoever shoot who, we'll figure the results out.
It is not acceptable for anybody to be touching each other. I'm not. What was that one sentence that you just said? That I'm allowing myself to hit them, and so they.
Yeah, you're giving yourself a social privilege.
I'm not giving myself a social privilege because I just said that it's not okay for anyone to be hitting each other. But in the instance,
but if they are,
in the instance that they're hitting each other, can a man kill? Can you kill me faster than I could kill you?
Yeah, but I could do that with a weaker man.
But now our situation goes back to man or woman, not weaker man or stronger man. No. Yeah, can a man kill a woman easier than a woman could kill a man?
Generally, yes.
Okay, I feel better
now. But just so you hang on. I need you to understand, though, that that's not a really good argument, and I'm going to tell you why it's not a good argument.
It's okay if you don't think so, but I'm pretty sure I have other people that would agree with me.
Okay, but that's an argument ad populum. Doesn't matter if the whole world agreed with you; it wouldn't make it a good argument. I'm going to tell you why. It doesn't make it a good argument because all I would have to say back to you is, okay, right, but there's other men who are weaker than me, my same age bracket, this and that.
Wow.
And they can still hurt me or kill me, even though they are weaker than myself. Right. And nobody would say that I shouldn't be able to deter with an overage of defense, meaning if somebody attacks me, they punch me across the face.
You're putting it all together. You can't differentiate.
Hold on. You got to let them finish.
And I respond by hitting them so hard I break their jaw. I haven't done anything wrong. That's completely socially acceptable. People are like, well, you shouldn't have hit that guy in the face. You would have got your jaw broke. Right. But for some odd reason, you seem to think that simply because it's a woman doing it, instead of a weaker man, that somehow they have some additional privilege to that.
I never said that.
Because generally women are weaker than men.
I never said that.
That doesn't make any sense.
I never said that. I never said that we're privileged to hit men. I said it shouldn't be done in the first place. But if it was to happen, you keep on bringing it together, and I don't know why. You have to differentiate male and female. It's not about weaker men or men. It's not about that. It's about male.
the logic is the stronger person versus the weaker person. You saying the stronger person should just always walk away. That's the point.
And like a female.
Yeah, I'm trying to show you an entailment. I'm trying to show you something. Like, for instance, here, let's do it a different way so I can show it to you this way. If a woman who is in your age bracket was 30% weaker than you are, and she punched you in the face, would you punch her back?
If she hurt me enough for me to get pissed off about it,
Yeah.
because she's a woman and my age, she's gonna punch back in the face.
Okay, well then you tell me what the distinction is.
What did you prove with
If you hang on. If a man who you're associated with in some way, if you're 30% weaker than him and you punch him in the face, why is it now unacceptable
That's where
for
you're
him
wrong.
to punch you? That's my
If
whole
I'm
point.
punching a man in the face, if a man punches me in the face, my jaw's broken. If I punch a man in the face, it will be like a slap, maybe.
You could break
Yeah,
his
but if-
nose.
Oh,
but
wow.
If the woman is 30% weaker than you, the same result could happen. That's the point.
No,
Yes.
men,
Yes, it could.
men and men and women are women.
Tricked you. Gotcha.
And women to women, I could fight a girl. Now she's on my playing field. I can't fight a man.
Then
Yeah, I know, but
That's it.
you
Yeah,
see,
you know that then.
I don't understand why you're not getting this. Like I'm trying to make
It's still 100 to 70% men on woman, and then woman on woman is the woman 100 to 70%. Same results.
it really like super over the top easy here.
Yeah,
yes,
it's
I
easy.
agree with you in general that women are going to get the short end of the stick on average if they're fighting, fist fighting with men. It seems very silly. Obviously, for the most part, men are going to win those engagements. But if you say then it's because of that it's somehow not okay for men to hit women back.
Men could do
then
better
I
than
don't
this.
know why you wouldn't. Hang on, I'm almost done. Then you can respond. I don't know why you wouldn't apply the same logic to if a weak woman attacked you. It's the same logic.
No, it's not.
Why? How is it
A
not?
weak woman compared to whatever you just said is not the same. Or you know what? You're right. People could think like you, but you would be on the weaker side of a man because a real man wouldn't be
Well,
saying
you
what
would
you're
hit a weaker
saying.
person too.
They
You
wouldn't
know
be
that?
saying that. It's okay.
She just called him weak because he's having this conversation.
Girl, when you know that you could break my jaw, that's not okay.
I don't know why. I don't.
You don't know why.
understand why. So
I
why
don't
do
know
you
why
get
you
to
don't know why
punch her?
either. It's pretty simple to me.
Well, why do you get to punch somebody weaker than you, but I'm not allowed to punch somebody weaker than me?
Wow. Well, you know what? You're a man. I'm not.
Gotcha. Now she keep breaking it off. You're a man and I'm a woman. So that's the only difference, guys.
Not a man. I don't know. We have different things going on.
So it's okay so you say it's not a social privilege, but you're allowed to punch someone weaker than you. I'm just not allowed to punch
Who am I
someone
punching weaker than
You see
me?
what I'm saying?
Who am I?
That sounds like a social privilege.
Who am I punching weaker than me?
The weaker woman.
But we're still a woman. We're still in the same category.
So
what?
Okay, until you guys differentiate male and female,
well,
we
then
can't
let's
have
try
a
it. Okay, well,
discussion.
let's try it one more way. Just one more way. Very simple.
Yeah,
if
this
a
is really
man
simple.
was 50%, if a man was 50% weaker than you, a man.
I'm not
and he
fighting a
punched
man.
you and he attacked you.
Not
and he
fighting a
punched
man.
you as hard as he could in the face. Would you punch him back?
This is different because even if I was to punch him back, a
How's
weak
it
man,
different?
because
That's
a
the
girl
same
is
scenario.
physiologically weaker than a male. We went
But he's weaker,
over
Andrew.
this, right?
He's weaker, right?
He's weaker.
Yes. So, okay.
He's
just
weaker.
listen to my question.
Is he my
Listen to
age?
Here, just listen.
Don't
Listen
think
again.
about how
Listen
you're going to
again.
respond. Just listen to the actual question. A man, let's assume a man is 50% weaker than you. Same age, he's in your same social group. He's just 50% weaker than you. And he physically attacks you. And he punches you as hard as he can. And he's continuing to hit you. Would you hit him back?
As a nurse, if a man is my age and I'm 50% stronger than that man, it's probably because he's critically ill. Okay, or something like that.
Just
He's
answer-
sick.
answer
He's
the
sick.
question, answer the
No,
question.
Stop the cap, man. Answer the question.
we have to go through.
20%
We have to go through things like this because you want to talk about hypotheticals, right? If a guy my age is 50% weaker than me, it's because he's sick. So if a sick patient comes to me
Fine,
and
he's
tries to hit me,
20% weaker than
my
you.
answer is no. I won't hit back.
If
No.
he's 20%.
So as a
weaker than
woman,
you?
if I could say that, and as a man, you can't say that. I don't know what's
Yeah.
up.
So it,
So that's how you prove your point by just saying no, just to say it. So you can say, you should say it. since I'm saying it. That's how it goes. No, brother.
What if he's 20% weaker than you?
Sorry, it's okay. Sorry, I don't know.
Can I say something?
But what if he's 20%
Okay,
weaker?
so,
Can you just answer
like-
that real quick?
I'll get you in just a
What if
second.
he's 20% weaker?
20% weaker.
Which would be
20%.
what is that to you? 20% weaker than me as a male? Because
I don't know. Like, let's say that you can lift a
Well, give
fucking
me an
40-pound
example.
box.
Talk
Hang
about
on.
hypotheticals.
I'm going to tell you. Let's say you can lift a 40-pound box and he can only lift like a 30-pound box.
Equivalent.
After this video,
this,
your
you're
life is
gonna need
never
to do
going to be
math.
the same. So I need you to
Nothing
stop
math.
whatever you're
You're
doing.
gonna need to know your lefts and rights.
That's not.
Yeah.
And he's hitting you in the
I don't know
face
what
as
point you're
hard
trying
as
to
he
make. I think I
can.
made mine. But what
That you could defend
Okay, so
yourself
like
or not.
a year ago, I hit my man. I made his nose bleed.
Did he hit you?
He hit me back and gave me a
Uh-huh.
concussion. Do you feel like who's in the wrong?
Who's in the wrong?
Do you feel like he should have hit?
You heard that? She broke his nose and he punched her in the head, gave her a concussion. Who's right? Who started it?
Me
So
back?
sorry.
Wait, you broke
No,
his
girl.
nose?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that you went through that. I'm so sorry that you went through that.
Wait,
It's not okay
you're-
for you guys.
wait,
to-
Wait, what do you mean? You saying she went through that? She started it.
Hey,
so
but
sorry.
I'm
Wait,
just
wait,
saying,
wait.
do you feel like
Somebody
it's
got your
okay
ass
for him
kicked.
to
I'm
hit
sorry
me
about
back?
that.
Is what I'm saying.
What
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't.
What did you say?
Wait, you're sorry.
I'm just
what do you
saying,
mean?
like,
You're
I-
sorry.
I
About
hit
that
him
whole
so
situation.
hard
Domestic
that I broke
violence is
his
a really
nose.
big thing. Domestic violence. It's
Who's the
something to play
victim?
with.
Who's the victim?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Was
who's
she
the
the victim?
victim?
The guy.
Who's the victim? Who's the victim. Let's see what she said.
What did you
What
do?
I'm
What did you?
saying.
What did
She
you
hit
do?
him.
What did
So
you?
I hit
What
him
did you
first,
do?
and I broke
Why
his
did you?
nose.
Why did you hit him first?
Because
That
he
sounds
was
like
playing.
What you mean? Why? Why? See, I broke his nose. He gave me a concussion. Who's the victim? Easy peasy.
Victim blaming.
Why was he playing with you?
He was playing.
That's just
Why?
victim blaming.
It's not okay for her to be
Victim
hitting
blaming.
somebody. It's not okay
That's
for her
what
to
I'm
hit
saying. So
somebody.
that's
It's
what
not,
I'm
I'm not
saying.
saying
So
that
he hit me
either.
back. So
Wait.
I'm saying, like, who's in the wrong?
Were you hospitalized with a concussion?
What does that matter? She broke his nose. You ain't asking no questions about him. What did he do to you? What happened before? Did you go to the hospital? Who's the victim?
That's not the point.
Wait,
though.
did-
Well, but
did-
it's
did
like,
this
I
actually-
broke
She
his
can't.
nose.
She can't
Wait, did
hospitalize
this
him.
actually happen?
No, this actually happened. Yeah.
Okay.
She
so-
she made his nose bleed.
no, she broke.
I
No, 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 no.
broke
She broke his nose.
Broke.
Not just a nosebleed.
She broke his nose, okay? Broke the nose.
She said
broke
no.
his nose. No, she said broke.
I broke his nose, and then he hit me back because, so, like,
Just
Well,
was
why-
it justified?
No, absolutely not. Not justified.
No. For him to hit
for
her
him
back.
to hit me back.
For him to hit you back, was that
Yeah.
justified? A man
Yeah.
should never
He
hit a
was
woman.
like,
This is
when-
why.
What little John at? What?
Like 20 times.
They're gonna give you a concussion. You guys want to end up in
Wow.
jail? Because whatever you guys are laughing about right now, ha 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 ha, how you're acting, you're gonna end up in jail, right? The first person who comes to you, domestic violence wise,
Well,
you know what I'm
technically, she
saying?
would have been the
He
domestic.
could
So in my situation, I'm
Wait,
betting
what-
I'm
what- did
protecting
you-
you and you.
Hold on. Wait. Okay, let me ask you a question. Did the
Hold on. Okay. If the police was to come in that situation, how could she break his nose after he gave her a concussion first? Do that make sense? It don't make sense. So she broke his nose first, and then he hit back and gave her a concussion second. Now she all dizzy. Boom.
the police come?
No, I didn't call the police. He
Okay,
didn't call
so you
the police.
guys
It
were-
was just like between
So
us.
he punched you in the face,
No, I punched him in the face first.
Well, yeah.
And then he hit
And
me in
then-
the back of my head and I got a concussion. So I'm
and
saying,
he just struck you once.
yeah,
And then he
How old are you?
left,
21.
You're
or
21.
did you guys kick
so-
it after while you were all concussed and his nose was bleeding?
Because well, think about this. Think about
Bonding
this. If you're-
experience.
This is
Yeah. They was holding ice packs on each other. It was like, I got your nose, baby. I got your head, baby. Just don't hit me no more. Don't break my nose no more. It's okay, baby.
the perfect
No,
example
I
of the
went to
social
hospital
privilege that I'm
with-
talking about that you're
Social
claiming you don't
privilege.
advocate for. She
My
said,
social privilege is to
hang
be
on,
here.
Hey,
hang on,
stop,
I
stop,
haven't
stop,
even-
stop.
I haven't
Hey,
even
stop.
stated
Let
the
him talk.
position yet. I haven't even stated the position yet. But this is a perfect example of the social privilege. You're actually stating if she went over and broke this guy's nose, that he should just have to walk away with a broken nose. Like that's your actual.
He could have called the cops on her.
And you're like, but that's not privilege, Andrew.
He could have called the cops on her, man. So pick up the phone. She's still probably attacking. Like, what you want me to do? Pick up the phone while she's still swinging. Yo, hey, yo, my nose bleeding is broke. She keeps swinging on me. He hit her one time, and then he can call the police. But the damage has been done.
He could have called the cops on her, and she instead of her getting concussed, she could have been locked up.
Yeah, what are the cops going to do if she doesn't want to go to jail?
That's the better scenario for everybody.
What are the cops
What
going
did
to
you
do if
just
she doesn't
say?
want to go to jail?
If she doesn't want to go to jail, what are the cops going to do?
Yeah.
I'm in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, no, answer my question. What are the cops going to do?
Wait,
If she doesn't wanna go to jail, they're going to hurt her.
I have a question for you. Let's like rewind here really quick.
Yeah.
So in this scenario, had he not struck you back and you had just clocked him, broken nose, whatever, and he called the cops, would you have lied to the cops about the nature of the dispute?
100%.
Like what? So
there you go. Boom. There we go. Right there. Oh my God. See, it's hard out here for a pimp.
would you have said like, oh, he hit me first or something like that? Would you have lied to the police?
Honestly, wouldn't have called the police.
No, he called the
if
police.
he called the police, he
he
wouldn't
doesn't
have called
hit
the police.
so he doesn't hit you back. He's got their broken nose. He calls the police. He does what she thinks you.
That's
you
the
should have done.
responsible
Hold on.
thing to do.
Yeah, sure. So would you have
Yeah.
lied to the police though?
That's a hard question.
She's 21. This girl.
What? How's that
the correct
relevant? How's that?
scenario.
She don't want to go to jail. Yeah, she gonna lie to the police. He called the police. I didn't call. His nose broke, but he hit me first, so I broke his nose. Duh.
How things should be going down.
How's
If
that
you
relevant?
hit somebody, a man should lead, right? A man should lead. A man who's weak
Bro, you
or
can't
strong,
lead somebody who's breaking
You could
your
lead
nose.
yourself to the phone. You could lead yourself to the phone, call 911, and get her locked up.
What? You can also lead your fist to her mouth, and then
But
she'll
I'm
never break
saying-
your nose.
and that leads you in jail.
this is-
That's not funny for you to be laughing about. I could also put my foot in her. What? It's
That's not funny, and you're laughing about it.
crazy that we're having conversations
What's
like
actually
this
crazy though
on the
is
media.
that
That's
even
crazy.
if a guy does
That's
exactly what
insane.
you said, even if a guy does exactly
No,
what you
they should be doing
can you
that.
can you be quiet, please?
They should be doing that, but they still going to jail. What about those results? Boom.
Even if a guy does exactly what you said, the woman can just lie and be like, "Oh, he hit me,"
Yeah. I actually have something to say about
even if he doesn't hit her at all. And he could still get arrested. So he could still get arrested in this scenario. That's
And you, blue jean jacket girl, you started all this mess. And you got her hyped up with this old nonsense. Walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away. He hit you in the back of your head with a guitar. Well, she hit you in the back of the head with a guitar. Walk away. If it's a weaker man, walk away. If it's a weaker anybody, just walk away. Go get some tissue or something. I don't know. An ice pack. Chill out. Walk away.
okay. Well, I mean, this happens all the time.
Right. So
What were you saying? Go ahead.
Where the man's the victim.
You
It
spoke
does
on that
happen.
earlier, and I actually had a comment. I
What
feel
you got?
There is a stigma behind domestic violence where you say the majority of the men get arrested, and sometimes they're not the cause of the domestic dispute. But
That's called the Duluth model.
right, but
Yeah.
I didn't want it to deter people in this scenario, like men, from calling the police, because sometimes you have police that do their due diligence to find out who is the aggressor.
Yeah, I feel like
and
they
if
would
a
look
man
into
is
it.
calling the
But-
police,
We were a little concerned
Somebody
with
doing all
somebody
that,
selling
man.
solar door to door.
Ain't even
Right.
trying to check for all that no more, man.
You don't
Yeah,
know.
come on,
I don't
Yes,
know how
but
that's gonna go.
I actually do, because I have a really close friend that actually dealt with domestic abuse, and just like police, they go on the scene, they speak to both parties to figure out who the aggressor is. They'll check your hands to see if you've hit something.
Sure.
They'll check your body to see if you have bruises, and then obviously my friend had bruises on her arms, and that kind of showed him even holding a
It's
woman
not a
back.
guarantee that the
Right.
guy's going to get arrested,
It's
but
not.
it is a risk that men have to think about
For
that
sure.
women don't.
For sure. But if she were to hit, how she did her boyfriend and his nose broke, and he called the police immediately. If once they pulled up on the scene and seen that his nose is broken and she's looking gorgeous as ever, they're gonna see that she was the aggressor, and the law is gonna take and do what they're supposed to do.
So this is what you're talking about is based on the state you're in too. So some states are, if there's a DV call, someone's going to jail no matter what, right? They actually have additional laws which say if we show up for a DV call, someone's going to jail regardless, right? It doesn't even matter. Someone's going right to jail.
Yep.
So the biggest problem with the current DV laws, how they stand, is like things like assault and battery and things like that, they're already illegal. You don't actually have to create additional DV laws for these things because they're already crimes. So what happened with the additional DV laws is they said, well, women need additional protections from big, strong men, right? That's the idea here. But what has happened as a side effect of that is then police show up and the man ends up going to jail, even if he didn't do the DV. And we know this because in the states where they don't have this Duluth model, they take women to jail for DV more than they do men. And so the additional DV laws are actually kind of unjust in this way.
It's called a restraining order. If anyone, especially under like the age of 25, getting domestic violence and stuff like that, restraining order.
Just 1 sec. I do have 2 chats coming through. Woman in chair 6.
All right, whatever. We're going to end this one off on that note. What y'all think about it? If you stronger or weaker or whatever, somebody hitting you, should you hit them back or not? Should you protect yourself or not? Other than that, it's your boy Moolah. This week at That Fat Podcast, and I'm out of here, man. We'll be back with another one. Bow.